Hello. Well, let me show you where we are. We're at a very magical place, and this is in Northumberland, and it says the landscape of Till Valley has been formed over millions of years, a combination of natural and human processes. This landscape features the extinct volcanoes of the Cheviot Range. The tallest hills is the Cheviot at 815 meters. The lava produced by the volcano 400 million years ago cooled inside and formed a pink granite. So nice. The Cheviot volcanoes are very explosive. Were very explosive, which is good news. And the lava erupted from the cooled a grey colour known as andesite. Later, the area was covered with a huge river delta depositing fine sands now form the sandstone fells. Right, let's keep going, Patch, because, well, some funny noises. I think there's a pigeon's nest up here and it's making a bit of a racket. So this is a wood henge. And I remember from coming here last time that it is a replica of the wood henge that was found really, really close, just in the field over to the side. And I think we kind of have to walk all the way around it to get the details of it, including how old it was. From my guess, this way, Patch. Come on, buddy. From my memory, it was, oh great, it says here, that's good news. Oh yeah, some of it's missing. There's a reconstruction, it's not the real site, it was based on the ground plan of the North Henge situated to the barn in the distance to the right, which is over that way to the right. And describes the pits, and wow, this goes back really far, because it says, it's really funny that not all of the dates are shown, but it just says 2 other pits were also found, and the stone grave or cyst situated inside the entrance in the inner sanctum was a threshold deposit deliberately positioned so that any individual entering would have to walk over the grave. And it's nearly 3,000 years later that Henge was reused as a burial for the dead of Anglo-Saxons. So it must be really, really old. My guess, it goes back it looks like Neolithic. So over 3,000 years ago, I think. I think it's this pink dot here, Neolithic, which is just before the Bronze Age. Yeah, okay, that's what, Patch. Very cool. And actually, this is a big outer ring, and it's really roasting sunshine, so I don't have a huge amount of battery left to show you this. Mental note, John, supercharge your phone at all times. I have plenty of power. So here's the center. I wonder if they aligned this replica with the original in the position. It feels like they might have. That pigeon's really interested in this. Hello. Hoot, 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 hoot. Wow, I'm really deep. And just as I arrived here, what I heard, what my guides were saying about this space was that there's this effect that an outer ring and an inner ring have, and that the energy moves in 2 different directions, one clockwise, one anti-clockwise, swirling around. And so leaving these structures in the same place, although their force can be considered in any present moment as relatively weak, is actually very strong over time, and that they do also build momentum. So that's news to me. And I feel that the spirits of those that that built the original henge close to here. Oh wow, there was a cow and a bull just getting it on. I did not expect to see that. They're in another field, which is good. But yeah, the spirits that of our ancestors that built the place here are interested in this site. You know, especially souls that get lost. They feel they'll come back to what's familiar, and so the wood henge does look familiar to them. Not more symbolic than the exact one, and there's also a little bit of annoyance that it does exist, because I think it also shows our lack of understanding. You can't just rebuild once a sacred site has been destroyed or has weathered and disappeared, including a lot of happens for a lot of wood henges, right? Unless the wood petrifies and turns into stone, like fossilizes. There's also, we have a lack of understanding about the role of these and the significance they have on the landscape. Very cool. Come on, Patch. He's had a lot of good walks today. So yeah, we just had a really lovely client session. And I'm about to go off and do another. We did it in the, it was a remote recording session that I did in my camper van. And having a 4G aerial, I was going to say 5G, but it's like £1,000 for a 5G, mobile 5G system. That's, I guess phones are expensive, but you're as well just using your phone for 5G. The problem is, you can't do that within a, hello crows. There's 3 crows. Yeah, you can't use your phone inside the camper van very easily. But I was going to see if I could walk you up to the Anglo-Saxon, I think it is, hut, like house up here. I've got a couple of wee beasties on me. It's open. You can just take a look inside. It's a replica of what they found here as well, the remnants. So that must have been so cool, because this is I was going to say a floodplain, and I guess it kind of is, but it's also an ancient river would flow through here, as they believe from the as noted in the sign back there. Come on, Patch. He loves coming on adventures. And yeah, if you've seen the other videos, if you haven't seen them already, I was driving down talking about my touching the hand of a Sasquatch experience. So funny, I find it hard to say some names sometimes. And then after that, we headed over to a stone circle called the Duddo 5 Stones Circle. That was a really magical experience, including speaking some dragon-like language there. And now this video. So this is a reconstruction of a dark age. Wow, the dark ages. I wonder what, oh, Patch, don't pee my foot. That was close. Or was it? So it's a reconstruction from 410 to 550 AD. Oh, and they found the outlines at a quarry where the posts were, so they just created this in the same shape. And they said if installed due to recent events ceased to be has been installed. Can't really be bothered going in. Whoa, something went in my eye, and then a very noisy insect just went by. I've been inside about a year ago, and it's just big and empty. Not a lot to say inside, but not a lot to see even, never mind say. But yeah, this walk just goes on. It's really beautiful to see the outside. I love the must be so good for insects, these thatched roofs. And they're probably pretty warm, right? Because of all the air that they trap. It's very cool. I can hear some of you are like, John, just show us inside. Okay, I'll show you inside. Right, you wait here, Patch. Oh, this door looks like it's going to fall off. So I'm not going to do that. Maybe that's why I was guided not to open it. I can't see any hinges. So let's just leave it like that. But yeah, it's a really beautiful space. Patch and I are going to do another client session. Maybe I'll put on a coffee. And I will do some recording in the camper van as well, because quite a few of you seem interested. I don't know if you're asking, maybe that's a strong thing to say, but what do you do inside your camper van when you're away on adventures? And I've done the odd one, like a little tour and stuff, but I've not really chatted with you while I'm doing stuff. I love watching people in their camper vans doing mundane things like eating dinner and talking about their experiences. So maybe you'll enjoy it too. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, looking forward to sharing more of that journey. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, take care. Sending love. Hello. Hi, I'm Jon Binnie. I'm in my camper van. Welcome. So I knew you were coming, so I didn't tidy up the place. And I really love having a quick van tour of someone else's camper van. And then also just them talking about what they've been doing and talking about life, right? That's I find people fascinating, and I hope you find my fascination of other people. I mean, your fascination of me fascinating. So right now, Patch and I. So Patch is just under here. He has it. Don't worry, it's a huge space. It's totally safe and cozy. He's right under there just now in his big luxurious bed. He loves hiding under there. And whenever he wants to walk, he's like the groundhog. He crawls out and he comes up to me and wants to be taken out, or he'll just jump up on top of the bed area here. So to explain a little bit, this is a Peugeot Boxer 2018. It's a 6-meter long van, a panel van. So it's predominantly a metal box. And oh look, I have this beautiful water I've been splashing over myself in the sink because the tap still has lots of air in it and keeps making lots of lovely noises. Wow, it's so stylish, John. I'm such a pro. But yeah, I came out really at the last minute. I decided last night that I would listen to my heart. There's some funny noises outside. There's motorbikes going by. I'd listen to my heart and follow my joy. And I love camping and I love coming out and exploring more. And I looked at my calendar to see what work I have. And I have client sessions today that were all remote. So they don't require me to be there at that specific time and don't require a good internet connection. But I went ahead and did those. This is actually a great area for it. And before that, Patch and I visited a beautiful sacred site. The standing stone's called the Duddo 5 Stones. And it's a stone circle just in the northeast of England, in a place called Northumberland, actually in a place called Duddo. No jokes about that. I don't know any jokes about that. So that was a magical experience, really was profound, and it filled me with such joy and energy, and it was worth just getting up and coming away for this trip, just for that alone. I would also say that I've been busy. I've taken Patch, I think, 4 walks today. 1 at home, 1 at the Standing Stones, 1 when we got here, and then I took him for a second one. He gets a bit bored in the camper van, so I take him out for extra walks, which he loves, and I love that too. Okay, I was going to give you a quick tour, and then I'm going to make some dinner. And let's do the tour. So I'm going to take you off this tripod because that's going to be very awkward to do. Okay, so quick look at the cab area. As you can imagine, we drive with the driver on the right side. So this is 3 seats at the front, which is fantastic. Lots of fans. We don't have air conditioning, even in the cab area. And there are blinds that pull across the front, which I would have considered, but I usually just put up a big blanket up here. So we actually have my bedding in here, in this top row here, just above the cab. And what I'll do is just take one of these 2 sleeping bags and then put it across this whole area. Let me just turn off this this YouTube light, ring light, non-specific social media light. And then have bits and pieces on the floor. I have my laptop bag because I bring my laptop with me. That's Patch's harness, not his underwear. My running trainers, and these 2 big boxes are, these 2 things here are power banks. So they get charged. I have this really simple setup now where they just charge directly from a battery under here, and these little red cables go into them, and they charge about 200 watts, but they can output a lot more. We have this amazing fan up here. No, get ready for the sound. It makes funny noise. You can just about see it opening up, and that's now sucking the air, sucking my air away. These are called Max Air fans, and they're fantastic. There's one at the back as well, and they're automatic. And I just turned them off because we're filming, but they are just so good. You can have them nice and low, especially overnight, and so you just have this very gentle breeze, and they use almost no power, unlike air conditioning. We don't really need air conditioning in Scotland and arguably England, so I'm just going to close that for now, because it makes a lot of noise. We have some storage in here. If I open it, it'll probably all fall out. Oh, not too bad. Some toilet roll. I'm sure you'll love seeing that. There's a heating system. So there's actually an electric heating system and a hot water system. And that's the reason I brought so many batteries, is because I can heat. The little one will do a shower. It'll heat enough water. It's about 10 litres. I think it's about 10 litres, maybe as much as 20 for a shower. Internet boxes connected up onto the roof, which gives you good signal. This area here pulls out as a bed. This is a mobile guitar. I don't really do now. I just tend to take time off music when I'm traveling, but you know, I always feel safer with a guitar. My running stuff in a bag. This is a spare seat, so we can have a family of 4 of us. And then this is the kitchen area. So I have my kettle. It's just a normal 240 volts here in the UK, mains kettle. And when I turn on one of these power banks, it gives normal electric supply, like these plugs here, the 3-pin plugs, to everything. There was a gas, propane gas cooker in here. It took up far too much space, and this was a glass work area, so you couldn't really use it, so it's now a nice big work surface. And I even fitted this sliding door thing, and so there's a microwave inside, and some of Patch's food, and an induction hob that we use off electric, and then, not too easy to close, and then pots and pans and things in there. I had lovely eggs for lunch. That was fantastic. What else? Fridge. So it's really nice. It's a nice deep fridge. I don't know if you can really see it. We've got some nice juicy watermelon bites, or chunks. Sink. There's an underslung, so just under here, just about here, there's a big water tank of about 80 litres, which I fitted remarkably. I have my cupboards, which have some treats for Patch, plates, plastic plates so they don't break, cups, and emergency gas canister for a little gas hob if I need it. And then this area, oh, hang on, I haven't shown you the bathroom. Sure really want to see that. I keep the bin, the trash in here because behind the closed door, otherwise Patch opens it in the night and eats whatever's in it. So that's not good. This is a shower tray at the bottom, so you just take all that stuff out, including the water tank, which is just for spare drinking water. And there's a shower here, so that all runs. So I just, in the morning, after my morning run, I'll heat the electric water heater and have a nice shower. Toilet, and then that's a fold-down sink. And there's Patch. Hello, Patch. Hey, buddy. How are you? Hello. Hello. He's had lots of fun today, haven't you? And look, this is your... Oh, it's so dark down here. They can't see Patch. But right at the back here, you see where it's shining some light. That's where his bed is. So he likes it here because this vent here is the diesel heater. So there's a diesel heater that runs overnight. Well, if I want to. So this area is currently folded down flat. I was hoping Patch would jump up and join me on it, but it's folded up flat because all I've got to do is catch up on YouTube comments. Today I've got a lot, so thank you so much for YouTube comments. I've done my client sessions, booked in a testimonial with Chloe for my new heart-aligned business mentoring, which I'm excited about. And then also, I am, what was I saying about, talking about? Oh yeah, I sent my newsletter. So this is either two benches, and this area in the middle, these seats, these cushions just go in the back for sitting against, or this is a big bed, a big double bed, and it is plenty of space for my wife and I. TV. Speaking of my wife, there she is, and my kids when they're much younger, in 2015. And then there's these beautiful back windows, and we're in this incredible place at the moment. So just the other side of these bushes, you can just see, let's see if I can show you, this was the wood henge that I was doing a little video of earlier for my client sessions. And there's the two pigeons that are definitely in love, and we're making a lot of noise together. So yeah, this is really cozy. Oh, look at that sunshine. Hello, Patch. Oh, it's magical Patch. Patch brought the sunshine, look. That looks so cool. And I've just been watching the Salem Witch Trials, a documentary on it, by an actress from the UK, so which both my wife and I really enjoy. So that's been really fun. Following up on the history and understanding more about it. So yeah, I will be sat here eating my dinner shortly and working through my YouTube comments. But yeah, it's just fantastic to be here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for creating with me this dream life. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be able to serve people around the world and do the things I love at the exact same time. In fact, what I really felt today was that when I visited this sacred site, my heart felt so supercharged when I went to see the standing stones, and I just felt so filled with joy. So when I came to do my client sessions, I was like, yes, it feels so good. And that's what we want, right? That's what we need in order to be in servitude to others, to not sacrifice our energy and not to, bleed ourselves of our own happiness, but instead to help cultivate it, to do everything that we can to really support ourselves and support ourselves on a journey of, nurturing and safety and self-love. This is what the world's all about, right? So, yeah, I'm going to get some dinner, and I'm going to take Patch for another walk. I'm tempted to let the sun go down because apparently there's one of you was giving me a beautiful comment about a special moon tonight, so that would be exciting to see. So excited for that. And I can already feel this like shortness of breath in the van as the fans are turned off. It's like, I need to open them back up. Plus, I know that if I hit them in reverse, some of the flies that are trapped will get ejected back out gently. So that seems like a good idea. And look at this. Patch is stretching. Are you stretching, Patch? What are you doing, buddy? Sometimes he'll go up and just sit in the cab. He'll climb through there under one of the seats. And oh, there's Patch from 2016, August 14th, 2016. In a car long gone. We don't own that car anymore. Hello, buddy. So yeah, looking forward to a nighttime walk as well. So dinner, TV, YouTube comments, and walking Patch. And then I'll be up in the morning, go for a run. So I'll get up fairly early, go for a run around here, because it's great running when it's quiet, because you don't worry so much, especially with Patch on the country roads. And I won't go far. He's an older dog now, so a mile or two at most. It's really just to get me up and out, come back for a nice warm shower, some meditation, and then I might go to the borders. But before I go, I'm going to do a little bit of Googling and see, because I'm really tempted to go back to a Neolithic site that I was at last year, and I feel it's really close. It must be certainly within 20 minutes of here. And it has spiral art, which is really cool. What do they call it? Cup? I think they call it cup and spiral art, or something like that. But it's definitely got spirals in it, and they definitely call it spiral something art. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Sending love.